She straight up gets shot. Oh, we're starting.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's
What
Mecca,
up? It's Dino.
and we're here. We're talking about. Hey,
Dun, 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 dun,
I don't
dun.
think that's the Battlefield theme.
Not anymore.
It never was. I believe
But
that
people
was-
know what I meant.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So we got the Battlefield reveal, and we took a look. We took a look at the trailer. Some
Battlefield
interesting
V.
things. So I want to get your initial reaction, because I already know what I'm going to say, and I'm going to tell you a bunch of little details that are going to start blowing
I just
your
saw
mind.
it. Mecca knew about this. I was just informed, and I just saw the trailer. Watching it again, the first thing I noticed, color. Lots of beautiful color.
Okay.
And right there, where it picks up the gun, there's color on the gun. It's grass, but there's a lot of green. And I love it. See, because Battlefield 1 was a beautiful game. It did feel a little bit like kind of like that Fallout vibe, where it's like there needs to be more color. And they did that with their DLC with that French one, where it was like a bunch of red. And I was like, yeah, you guys got it. You guys got it down. But man, this looks fucking amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah, you like it?
Yes. How much do we know about, like, did they reveal where in World War II? Are we going to be going, like, from beginning, like,
So
oh, Hitler, don't take over Poland?
no.
And it's like,
so they were very adamant about the fact that they don't want to go to the big wars. You know, they mentioned things like Normandy, Berlin, and Dunkirk.
they're not going to do any of those?
These are not going to be things that
like
that
that.
they want to.
Those
They
have been
want to
done
go
so
ahead
much
and
anyway.
explore. They want to explore a different side of World War II, places that you don't expect, places that are like unheard stories. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I like that.
And I like that too. And this is why in the trailer we're in Norway, you know. And
Yeah.
and but
'Cause war happened all over. It was World War. At the time, I think they just called it the Great World War.
no, that was World War One. Talking about World War
Oh,
One.
my bad.
Yeah.
So they called it the Second World War?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at that time, yeah, this was considered World War II.
This is the second and last World War.
But this is actually supposed to be, the trailer was supposed to be showing co-op, from what I understand, or what it looks like to me, because this doesn't look like multiplayer, and they did say that multiplayer was coming. The first multiplayer footage was coming in June, I believe June 16th. You do see, like, I believe in the trailer you see like a sword.
You see, like a katana, or not a katana. I can't remember. It's shorter than katana, but
You see like a sword on the
like a
guy's back.
Japanese
But
sword.
is that something you can just put on your character, or is that something you use? Do you know what I'm saying?
I would love it. Just going off like previous, that would be cool if that's like one of those puzzle piece melee weapons. Now that'd be sick, because it did.
But you don't normally see those on their character. Even in
No.
Battlefield 1.
It to be honest, like a lot of the characters had that sense of like customized appearance. It didn't seem like it almost seemed like they were like the guerrilla fighters of war, where they don't have to follow a certain rank. They were just like, you know, girl's got a prosthetic and some blue markings on her face. Another guy's got a Japanese sword on his back, but he's fighting for the Americans. Like,
Well, I mean, we don't.
we don't know the whole story, but I do love that there's some sort of variety.
So in the trailer, man, they're actually in Norway. She's a resistance fighter, so that is also a little different. She's not actually a part of. She may not be a part of the
She's just
army
resisting.
or a faction or a branch. She's a resistance fighter, which might be why she looks a little different than normal soldiers.
Yeah.
And she's actually fighting for her family here. This is her world. This is her
home.
Right. So this is another reason, like, why the backdrops.
Oh, man.
There's if you notice, the backdrops are trees and a world where people live.
Power lines, homes.
Yeah,
You're going through
exactly.
someone's
Like-
home in
Huh?
that. Like,
Yeah, you see power lines in a home. You
burst through someone's front yard, go through the house, and go to the backyard, and just keep going. And the two tanks come destroy the house.
And honestly, man, in World War II, that's what it was. The
Yeah.
war was coming to people's footsteps in their cities.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I think that's what we're gonna see. I think that's what DICE wants to focus on in Battlefield
So-
5, and I do think it was an error that they showed this first and not as a later. They should have showed not like they shouldn't. This is like a vertical slice. They should have showed multiple scenes like the original Battlefield 1 trailer. We'll touch on the campaign aspect of it. So war stories are back.
yes.
So they're doing war stories again.
God, I'm gonna do a series with that again.
Well, we've known this for a little bit, but war stories are back, and where they're also bringing back. They're not bringing back. This is a new thing. And they're what it's supposed to be. It's like a co-op mode that basically drops you in. Okay. And the co-op mode will be 4 players. You drop in and as an airborne person or an airborne soldier, and then you drop behind enemy lines. So it's more like a campaign mission than it is a multiplayer level.
Yeah.
So you can choose to be sneaky or you can choose to be all out gun, and if you can make it, you make it. But you have different objectives in the game that you have to complete and keep going with your team, and you continue.
Okay.
Now, Dice is saying that this is that bridge between war stories and multiplayer for players that may think like they're kind of like the learning ropes, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to have a bridging gap for players who are trying to come into the multiplayer and are also want to have a sort of a multiplayer-esque experience.
I like that.
There was a rumor about the battle royale.
I like
mode.
rumors because they lead to truths.
Battle royale mode. So far,
No, I don't like this anymore. We're done.
As far as we know,
We're done.
As far as we know, there is no battle royale.
Oh, okay, I like it. You're taking me through a roller coaster ride. I was like, I don't want to talk about this if you're about to say the wrong thing.
So there's no battle royale mode, but there is a thing called grand operations. And let me tell you why this is like Battlefield 1's operations in some ways.
Okay, refresh me. Which operations was which mode? Was it the giant one that took forever?
So, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I was just wanting to double check.
Yeah, really, it did. The operations mode was basically like you have, it's kind of like Rush and Conquest combined, where you do like you're always pushing forward, but you have to take over objectives and then you move forward. But it's you're using a whole map.
Yeah,
unlike Rush, Rush is like a very secluded part of the map, and you're going forward.
And it unlocks as you go, or
right,
doesn't.
Right, but it's a smaller area of effect.
Yeah, of the same map.
And Battlefield 1 had less players in that mode. Now, in what is it, Grand Operations?
Yeah.
This time, instead of only having like you're taking over a place, they're actually going to give you like each map or each area that you're going to be taking over. And I'm not talking about objectives. I'm just talking about in general the battle itself. So let's say Monte Grappa, and then you move on to Argonne Forest.
Yeah.
Okay, which is, I know they're not in that order. I'm just saying these are 2 different maps. Okay, you go from Monte Grappa to Argonne Forest, and then those two are considered 1 day each. Well, in this game, in Battlefield 5, you're gonna have 4 days, and each map is gonna take about, they're saying it's gonna take about an hour long or something like that.
It's gonna be a 4-hour match basically.
Dude, so
the payout better be good.
You're unlocking things as you're playing always in Battlefield. Yeah. Remember that. So as you're progressing, the objectives within that day are gonna be different every single game you play. So you may not just be taking over a place. Maybe you need to move the artillery over here. Maybe you need to do this with your team and do that with your team. And like there's different things so that within that game mode, people will have a chance to experience what they may have not by playing like different objectives in one game.
Question: is there a day and night sequence in Battlefield 1?
No.
That'd be a nice thing if they add that to that.
To the day, actually, that would be awesome. Like if it's considered a day or whatever.
Yeah, and
that would be
the
cool.
next mission would be like a night because it's progressing.
Right.
That'd be a cool concept if they do. That would be another variety, like a game changer to keep it from getting repetitive and boring.
So, in this game, in Battlefield 5, what happens is you're gonna have to move your stuff. Like you can literally attach artillery things to half tracks and tanks and bring them with you. And like as you progress through the maps and through the next day, that's the stuff you're gonna bring with you to the next battle.
Oh, so you're not just gonna be like, hey, the vehicle spawned, you can jump in it. It's like, no, we only got 6 vehicles that we brought. If we want more, we got to bring them from this battle to the next battle.
Well, vehicles are yours, I think. Vehicles are earned kind of like in.
Well, this is like an example of like artillery or some sort of transportation.
I know. I just want to make sure it's like really clear. Vehicles are gonna be they're gonna be used like points. So you know how like in Battlefront 2. You're playing, you get points, and you can finally use one of your vehicles or use a special character. Well, I don't know about special characters.
Is a Halo style as well with the rec packs, the Halo 5?
No.
You get the car, you like do good, and then you get level 7 ranking, and
no.
you can unlock. Okay, no.
No. It's exactly like Battlefront 2.
I don't play Battlefront.
Well, what
I didn't
happens
play
is
Star Wars.
what happens is as you're playing, you accrue points, and then those points you'll be able to use vehicles. Well, this time it's your squad. So your squad accrued points will allow you to use vehicles based on your squad and what your squad's doing.
Oh, so you can't just be, the cherry picker and chilling at the back and
Well,
actually
you can.
you want to. You just can't be that shitty player that's sitting in the back and not
You
doing
can
anything.
still.
You can, but it's your squad that matters. You can be the asshole, I guess.
You can still.
You can,
Yeah.
but you better have a good squad to back you up your actions. So you
Yeah,
can
because
still
what based on
participate.
that is if you're going to be able to unlock or if you're going to be able to use your vehicles and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I think that's kind of cool. That may change. I don't know. Now the actual what I was talking about before, taking you're taking the most supplies you can to the next battle.
Yeah.
And to the next battle, until the next battle, until the fourth battle, and the fourth battle is where it gets sort of battle royale-ish, because it's called what is it? Sudden? Is it called? I think they're calling it sudden death. But what you do is you have one life.
Oh.
This is the last battle. This will determine the win.
Oh shit.
So you have one life,
But you're with your team.
and your whole team has the supplies you brought with you with each war. Okay, with each battle.
Yeah.
That's all the supplies you have, and people, in Battlefield 5, everybody can revive. By the way, I don't know. I know you don't know that.
You can have a medic.
Everybody can revive. Everybody can revive, but only
You
the
don't-
medic can revive really fast.
Ah, okay.
But everybody can revive.
That's nice.
So you go in there and they can revive you in the battle in the sudden death mode.
yeah. It's
But
assault shoulder.
but if nobody does that, you're screwed.
yeah.
And you only have the numbers that you spawn with.
God damn. I like
So,
that though.
that's awesome,
That's
isn't
a
it?
badass battle royale mode.
Yeah.
You gotta
now
earn
you
it.
go in and you guys are going at each other like a real war, dude.
That's a great payout for a 4-hour long game.
And it's gonna be the full fledged players. Everybody.
Everyone's gonna load up and like, all right.
Oh, here we go. Battle the battle. A real battle, dude. And I'll tell you this.
The realest you can get in, you got an army versus an army.
Let's
one
go.
life. Here's what you got.
And
go.
you can be limited. You can be low on ammo.
Yeah.
Like you don't know.
I mean, at that point though, you gotta think strategically, like kill the guy, take
We
his
need
guy,
we
keep
need
going,
an
keep
ammo
going,
guy.
keep
We
going.
need a medic guy.
Yeah,
we need people on our
got-
squad.
That's when the
that's gonna
squad
move it
mentality
forward.
truly comes in. And
Exactly.
I love that because that's what I think about when I think of Battlefield. It's when I want to play and it's just me. I'm like, I don't want to play this by myself because I'm not gonna do as good. I only have the most fun when I have an actual squad, and then like we play a certain objective, or even if we're not gonna play right but we do something. It's more. The game is always more entertaining with friends.
This is gonna be one of those things where it's like, the end battle. You're gonna come out with your buddies. You're gonna be like, bro, do you remember this part? Remember that part, dude? Like it's gonna be one of those things where you will experience a battle, and that very end part, if you survive.
Oh man,
You're gonna be like, dude, we made it through. We're
But
one
you
of
know
the
what
soldiers.
Suck too is if you die right away. It's like I know I'm gonna be one of those.
All right, so let me drop some good news on you, man. Because
Okay.
all this before, I don't know. I need to see more to be convinced.
I
So-
like what I'm hearing. Let's
All right,
sit
so
down.
the really good news
Yeah,
is anything that's coming DLC wise,
free.
free.
They learn to not separate their players, huh?
Yeah. So they really don't want to segment the community, and that's why
That's what killed them.
Yeah, I know. In a lot of ways, yes.
It was like it was a great game. It's like what happened to it? It's like DLC.
Yeah, and that sucks, man, because I mean the community, they will all want to play together, and it sucks when something as simple as money divides a game that you love.
So
Well, let me bring it home a little bit, man, because
Okay.
there's a lot of stuff. So one cool thing about this that I really love when I was watching the reveal live is basically I really like that they talked about the airborne, and as you see in the trailer, right at the very end, there's bombers coming up, and you can see the paratroopers coming down.
Yeah.
Now, that mode may be different, right? But they did talk about you dropping in the
bunch-
beginning of grand operations. You drop in as an airborne guy.
Oh, that's cool.
So when you can actually pick up ammo on the on the battlefield, and there's animations from base. It seems like they're putting animations as sort of a roadblock so that things don't move as quick. So for example, when you're reviving somebody, I told you earlier it was going to take a little quicker. It's going to be a little quicker if you're a medic or slower. There's actually going to be an animation. You can actually drag people to safety and then revive them. This is going to slow down. This is going to really make people think about strategy in the war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like that. I like that as a strategic player.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I just I wanna just tell you guys, Battlefield 5 is now available for pre-order. So
Blah.
I am not gonna pre-order it.
No.
I haven't pre-ordered a game
I
in a long
trust
time.
DICE. You know, I trust what.
Or you get it digitally. What do you got to pre-order it for?
I trust their work.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you pre-order it, you
What,
get
you get a machete.
no, you get the enlister offer, gain early access to the open beta and other game benefits, including a soldier customization, access to special assignments starting at launch week, and immediate access to 5 weapons in use in Battlefield 5. So pre-order it, guys.
Hang on. Is there a date?
Yeah, October 16th.
You
If
know,
you
I'm
sus-
gonna
if you
be
subscribe,
busy
if you
during that
subscribe, and if you subscribe to EA Access,
All right.
you'll be playing
Hang
on
on.
October
Before
11th.
you go and pre-order, think about what you're gonna be doing at that time. Think about other games that are coming out.
Red
Don't
Dead.
pre-order things.
Red Dead is coming
Oh shit.
at that time.
Yeah, you know what? Don't pre-order things right away because that does sound
No, I'm
tempting.
playing this game.
That does sound good.
I'm pre-ordering it.
I'm not. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
because I want to get all that stuff.
but when they say stuff like get this thing, get things right away, and you know, get them early first week, I'm like,
hold on. I've done this though. I got the pre-order bonus because I ordered it the day before.
Oh yeah.
I done that before.
I done that too,
You
but
did
only
that?
because they're like, if you pre-order it,
You
you,
got all
get
this
to
and this
play it
and that.
now.
Yeah, and it's
That's the
like,
only way.
okay.
That's the only reason I pre-order things.
Yeah,
to play it
but
now.
you're not going to be able to play it now though
But I
unless you have EA
usually
Access.
don't do it until the week prior or
Yeah.
because there's always that pre-order announcement where like, hey, those pre-orders come out this. If you did this, then you get to play it, 3 days early.
Well, if you want to play the beta, you're going to have to pre-order it. And I want to play the
I'm
beta,
tired.
so I will pre-order it.
You can do that. I'll watch you.
You can watch me play
I'll
the
watch
beta.
you. Yeah, I'm good on pre-ordering. It's just I find that like that hype of pre-orders, like when it does come out, it's like, oh man, I don't really like rush in to play it. I'm just like, I'm just here.
Yeah.
So,
I hope you
it's a
guys like the
podcast.
info. I hope you guys like our opinions. That's all they are. And
no, mine are facts.
yeah, well, dinos are factual. Like for example,
Factual opinions I made up.
there's some weird facts in there then.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, if you like what you hear what you like, press the subscribe button
And check us out.
Yeah, press the little the little bell, little ding dong.
It's a little notification bell, but just subscribe. I mean, if you really want to watch
No,
you'll come
I'm
and
just saying,
watch
what
us.
is that thing? A ding dong?
It's
bling bling?
it's a Klondike bar.
What are we talking about? All right, guys. All right, guys. Take
right.
care.
Peace.
Peace.